In today's video, we're going over some of the best high stat armor farming methods in the game. I've got a few different methods to go over, and whether you're a new or veteran player, a solo player, or anywhere in between, these methods will allow you to farm out extremely spiky high stat armor so that you can achieve those double 100 or triple 100 stat builds super easy and super fast. Now before we get into the video, I do have to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video. How many times have you been playing a game and something amazing happens, but you're unable to share that moment with your friends or social media? Pixar It Didn't Happen is now a thing of the past thanks to Outplayed. This free game capture software is lightweight and will automatically capture your most epic or most hilarious moments for you. You can select what type of clips you'd like to save automatically, or use the built-in instant replay and record features to manually capture clips as well. Close your game and Outplayed will pull up your latest session where you can edit and export clips directly from the app. The best part about it, it's completely free. You can use my link down in the description to download Outplayed and try it today. Huge thanks to Outplayed for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the content. Now before we get into the armor farms themselves, it's very important to understand how the armor stat system works in Destiny 2. You can manipulate the system to greatly increase your chances of getting the stats you want where you want them. If you don't take advantage of this, you'll be at the complete mercy of RNG. On any piece of armor in Destiny, we have 6 different stats: mobility, resilience, recovery, discipline, intellect, and strength. These 6 stats are divided into 2 separate pools. The first pool being the top 3 stats, mobility, resil, and recov, and the second pool being the bottom 3 stats, discipline, intellect, and strength. Whenever a piece of armor drops, the game will try to split the total amount of stats between these 2 pools evenly. For an example, this piece of armor has 68 total stat points. If you look at the numbers, you'll see that 34 of those points are split amongst the top 3 stats, and the other 34 are split amongst the bottom 3. It won't always be a perfect split like this between the 2 pools, but it will always be close to half and half. With that in mind, we can use a ghost mod to force the system to distribute stats more in our favor. By using a discipline armorer mod on our ghost, this will force all of our armor to drop with a minimum of 10 discipline, but it is also more likely to drop with higher discipline as well, meaning you are likely to see 20 plus discipline very often. By doing this, we are forcing that bottom pool of stats to put most of the available points into discipline, meaning we not only minimize wasted stats in places like intellect and strength, which in my opinion are the 2 worst stats, but we also end up with spikier results in the top pool of stats with mobility, resil, and recov. It's good to know how this system works so you can manipulate it for your needs, but the TLDR is to always use a discipline mod on your ghost, since it helps reduce complete randomness on armor stats. Now that we understand the system, let's talk about the actual methods of farming high stat armor. These next 2 methods are geared towards players who are just looking to get higher quality armor without needing a full dungeon or raid team. In the Helm, straight ahead of you, you'll find the War Table. This is the vendor from Season of the Risen, and you will need that season to have access to this. Whenever you run the seasonal playlist from Season of the Risen, you will earn Risen Umbral Energy, which can then be used to focus Umbral engrams into high stat armor at the War Table. This method takes into account the ghost mod you have equipped and even reminds you before you focus your engram. So everything we talked about in the previous section will apply here. I don't think I've ever seen a piece of armor drop below 62 total stats here, and it can go as high as 68. Psyops are extremely easy to farm, and you can basically focus a piece of armor every single time you complete one. I believe on certain Psyops missions you can actually double dip the chest at the end if you run out of the area and run back fast enough too. I haven't been able to do it myself, but keep it in mind for speeding up your farm. Lumping together with this method, you can do a very similar process with the Crown of Sorrow vendor in the Helm as well. This involves Season of the Haunted, but functions very much the same. You can go to the Deer Like Leviathan on the moon and farm the Containment Public event for opulent Umbral Energy. The event itself, I believe, can drop high stat armor as well, but you can again guarantee it for yourself by taking that opulent Umbral Energy to the Crown of Sorrow vendor and focusing your engram there too. This method is slightly more expensive for some reason when it comes to the actual Umbral Energy, but if you are working on content from Season of the Haunted, you can do this alongside it as well. Same rules apply here, use the discipline mod before focusing, and GG. For our third method, this will most likely require some coordination with an organized team to make things move quick and actually farmable. But in my opinion, Master Dungeons are one of the best places to farm high stat armor in the entire game. In particular, Master Duality and maybe even Master Grasp of Avarice. All the armor that drops from these dungeons will have spiky, high stat distributions that also take your ghost mod into account. They also have the added benefit of being artifice armor, meaning they have an extra mod slot. While running through the dungeon itself is a great way to farm both armor and weapons, both the final bosses in Master Duality and Master Grasp will drop 2 pieces of gear every time. There's a good chance that you'll get 2 pieces of armor from this, both of which will be artifice armor with high stats. You can have yourself or a buddy hold the checkpoint on the final boss on another character and easily rinse and repeat the final encounters in these dungeons over and over again to your heart's content. While this is a more difficult farm and you may want a team to help you out, it is extremely efficient as a method of not only getting high stat artifice armor, but also landing a few good rolls on some weapons at the same time. Regular dungeons can be great for this as well, such as Prophecy or Pit of Heresy. However, you lose out on that artifice bonus, and I don't believe the armor is totally locked to high stat armor, meaning 62 stats and above. These 3 methods are, in my opinion, the best 3 places to farm for high stat armor. The HELM methods are fantastic if you are playing solo or just need a quick turnaround on your grind. They are very easy ways of getting high stat armor fast, especially when using your ghost mods properly. The Master Dungeons do of course require some coordination with the team and is much harder content, but you can get multiple drops at a time and you have the added bonus of artifice armor. Either way you slice it, these methods will allow you to improve your stats on your Guardian and work your way towards those double and triple 100 stat builds. If you found the video helpful, do me a favor and leave a like down below and smash that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.